Hey guys, it's Karl. We're into another budget tech episode today. I know that we're in the midst of Q4. TechTober is fully upon us. We're getting new releases almost every single day, but we still have to focus on budget tech. I know that it's super important, and this one is no different. And before we get into all the items, there's a giveaway winner announcement from the last episode. Congrats. And I know that there's a couple scams going on in the comments right now. Super, unfortunate. A lot of you have actually messaged me. Someone will say or claim to be me, tell you to DM them on WhatsApp, and then they'll ask you to send them money for shipping. Do not send money. I will never ask for payment for anything. If you want a giveaway, I'm shipping it to you, and I will only message you directly through my certified, or I guess verified, Instagram or Twitter accounts. I will never ask you to message me on WhatsApp. So just please don't fall for it. I'm trying to work with my team to kind of avoid these scammers. So if you're interested in winning this episode, remember, just leave the one comment below, and of course your IG or Twitter handle, and I will private DM you over there to make sure it is secure. Unfortunate news, I know, but let's get to all of our budget stuff today. I think you guys will enjoy this one. So we know that it has been iPhone season. We just had the launch of the 13 and 13 Pros, and you also know that just like last year, the iPhone is still in a slim box and unfortunately doesn't come with a charger. All you get is the USB-C to Lightning cable. I think that's where the first item, the Anker Nano charger, kind of comes into play. So this kind of thing reminds me of the 5-watt charger that used to come with iPhones before, but what makes this kind of special, it's actually a 20-watt charger in kind of disguise. And if we actually take the previous gen Apple charger that they used to include, you'll remember that this thing was 5 watts. It would take forever for your phone to charge. You can actually charge up your new iPhone 3 times faster. So on the 12s, I know that the 13s have a slightly larger battery. You could go from 0 to 50% in around 26 minutes. That's 3 times faster than the OG 5-watt charger. I love the fact that Anker has kept this nice and small. Typically 20-watt chargers are a tad bit bigger, so just having a regular sized plug, and of course your USB-C cable will go into the back. And that kind of looks something like this. And I do think these little chargers are must-have accessories. Not everyone that grabs a new phone has existing ones, so just picking one up for 10-15 bucks, that's no brainer. And I would definitely rather have a 20-watt charger as opposed to a 5-watt charger in pretty much the same form factor. So next off, if you did end up grabbing an Apple device from the last event, I know that we got a ton. We of course had the 13 Pros, the 13 Pro Maxes, which is my current daily, the iPad mini, which I still think was the kind of star of the show. You do want to protect them somewhat, so of course we've got Dbrand Skins on the back. I find that they're the best for, of course, scratch protection, but still give you the premium feel of holding your devices kind of naked. They've got so many different color combos to go for, and if you recall, this iPad mini was in the new Starlight color, and I think the concrete kind of matches perfectly because Starlight is technically the mix between silver and gold, according to Apple. So I think that's a nice little match. And of course, we've got the robot skin on the back of my Pro Max. If you do want your device a bit more protected, Dbrand also offers their grip case. So it's like your traditional standard case for your iPhone. So we'll pop in my 13 here. They've got nice little grips on the sides, but the cool thing with Dbrand, you can also customize the back of your grip case with a corresponding skin. And if you just grab a case or a grip case, they do include the skin color choice of your liking. So I think that's kind of cool if you want to be more protected in your life. Nothing wrong with that. And if you are someone that rocks your phone completely naked, the one thing I would recommend for anyone that grabs an iPhone with ceramic shields, so that's either the 13 or the 12, you need to grab a screen protector. Because ceramic shield does help with drop resistance, it actually makes the glass slightly softer and more prone to scratching. So the first thing that you need to add is some sort of screen protector. Once again, Dbrand has their own. And you can actually see on my 12 Pro Max, right after I put my screen protector on, it did help with a nasty little gash on the front. Thankfully, my glass underneath my iPhone is protected, and they do include 2 in the box, so when you want, you can always swap it out once this gets a bit more dinged up. That's the last thing you want on a $1,500 device, to get a nasty scratch like that on your display. Keeping on the iPhone game, I typically don't condone spending that kind of money for Apple accessories or Apple certified accessories. I find that they're a bit too expensive, especially say leather cases. One thing that they have tweaked slightly this year is their iPhone leather wallet case. This year for the 13, you can track this with the Find My iPhone or the Find My app. So if you have this on the back of your iPhone, of course, works with MagSafe. You can see Karl's wallet is connected, and that was kind of nice because AirTags, typically the thing that you add to, say, anything that you don't want to get lost, those were too thick to fit in a card wallet. So this way you can kind of keep all of your cards still handy in the Apple wallet, and in case it does get lost somewhere, you can still track it down. And just remember, this year they do come in a couple extra color options for the leather. So in case you don't like the brown, I do kind of dig how it wears over time. They've got darker options like this dark cherry, I believe. I'll let you guys be the judge of what your favorite color option is. On to the last Apple item, I promise. I think this one is kind of special because we have the new release of the Apple Watch Series 7 coming this Friday. So that's the day that you can pre-order them. One of the biggest customization options besides picking the material, or I guess the case back. So you typically have aluminum, stainless steel. I believe we still have titanium. It's just picking up a cheaper Apple watch band. So these have kind of been my favorites. We've of course got the OG Nike watch band. And I am a fan of just the standard rubber bands, especially when I work out. The Velcro ones kind of lose their shape over time, and I'll just bring up my laptop quickly. Here's the dark cherry, maybe to match my wallet case. I'm digging the kumquat, that looks a bit orange. Of course, we'll go for the 44 mil. I'm not too crazy about the braided solo loops because it is fabric. Those kind of discolor over time, especially if you kind of get dirty with your watch and kind of do a lot of activities. There are the new Nike Sport Loops with a bit of the Nike branding. I'm a bit of a Nike fanboy, so maybe I'd have to go for that. The leather ones, I'm not too crazy about, and the Milanese loop bands, I have one kind of kicking off around. I don't wear it as much as I like because I usually rock my Apple Watch mostly to work out, so it's just not as comfortable, and I'm not baller enough to get an Hermes band, even though this orange and blue one, not spending $320 on a watch band, but yeah, usually those cost around 25 to 50 bucks. All right, moving on, we've got to show some non-Apple stuff some love in these budget episodes. That's typically not the case because Apple is usually the most expensive. This is the Samsung wireless charger Trio, and kind of just like the name implies, it charges multiple devices. They don't have to be Samsung necessarily, anything with a Qi wireless charger, but it is a nice large pad to charge up multiple devices. As you can see, this one is pretty fresh. I'm just gonna remove the plastic on the bottom, and I have been rocking the Galaxy Z Fold 3 as my daily Android device. It's been pretty solid. I kind of wanted to put this through a bit more of its paces because it's a folding device. I typically have my revisited reviews for this, so make sure you stay posted. So you can kind of add this to the charging mat in two ways. You can kind of keep it face down going horizontally, or you can kind of keep it off center. You'll still get the charge and then you'll still have room. I know that Samsung recommends to put their Galaxy Z buds. I currently don't have a pair, so that area will stay blank. And in the last area, this is where the watch will go. So I have been rocking the Galaxy Watch 4, and you can see we've now got a full charging deck of all our products, and it gives you a little notification light to let you know what's currently charging. So we've got 2 out of the 3 slots. And if you really want to be a rebel, you can grab something like AirPods, non-Samsung related. You can see it still charges. It's kind of like the deathly sin in the tech world, using a Samsung charger for, say, an Apple device, but dope little charger. Currently my favorite one on the market. Great for putting on your desk and just having one place for all your devices to juice up. The next item on budget, because it's actually free, is a Wendys phone. And that's right, it's a fast food smartphone, and it's more than just a skinned phone. It actually has its own operating system. It's running off of Android, but it has Wendy as its smart assistant. And this is a bit of a marketing stunt. I don't believe you can buy these phones in person, but Wendys is giving a ton of these away over on their social. So I will leave a link below if you want to have these one-off phones. You can ask Wendy, hey Wendy, where's the closest McDonald's?
Did you mean to say, where is my freezer? Showing you where to get fresh beef instead.
It's a fun little marketing device. I know it's running off of a Samsung A11, but yeah, if you're interested in winning a unique phone, I'm definitely giving this one away. You guys can say you are the proud owner of one of the rarest smartphones that kind of exist, and you can always find your Wendys. Next up on the list, we're kind of switching to out of the smartphone scene. So this is the Elgato Cam Link 4. I know a lot of you have asked on my setup videos, what's a good device to use to connect to, say, an external camera or video device? Super handy for anyone that wants to use something a bit better than their built-in webcams on, say, their laptop. So if you've got an existing camera, so I've got my older Sony a7R II here. It works via micro HDMI, so I just gotta plug that in on one side. That's an easy connection, and then this HDMI end goes there, and then you can just plug this into your computer via USB, and then your computer recognizes your camera as an external webcam, and you get all the benefits of the best quality of your camera as your webcam. So that's kind of cool. The last tech item, I know this is the only one over that $25 to $50 mark. I just kind of had to share it because we just got it in the mail. This is the Hex Controller, and you can grab either a PlayStation 5 or Xbox One controller, whichever your poison is, and then you can customize it to however you want with your own color options. Of course, I got mine all in orange. I think these custom unique controllers are great gift ideas if anyone's a gamer in your life, and obviously if you're a big orange fan like me, you can get that all in orange as well. I know that one is a bit pricier, but yeah, I was just super stoked to share that. And before we end off, I'm gonna kind of switch to something that isn't tech related. It's still in the budget zone. I think a lot of you know I'm kind of designing, building out a house to move into in the next 2 to 3 years. This is just a simple architecture book to kind of give me ideas. I can't actually remember the last time I flipped through a book, but it's just so nice looking through some ideas. If I get any inspo, I can, bounce that off my architect or kind of jot that down for future reference. It's just so nice seeing something in the flesh and not having to just view it on a computer screen. And they do make great little B-roll additions for my desk. That is the TechTober budget episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and remember just to leave that comment down below. Don't get fooled by any scammers in the comments as well. We'll try to figure out a better way for these giveaways, but still want to reward all of you for watching all of my content. I cannot thank you guys enough. I know we've pumped out a ton of videos over the past couple of weeks. That will continue till the end of the year. Hope you guys are subbed to the channel, and we'll catch the rest of you in one of my next ones. Peace!